think what you see is what you're going to get until we get down to about 3 to go when somebody thinks they can push for 3 laps. When you look at our top 7 drivers right now that's lined up, look at the driver at the back of that pack right there, Denny Hamlin, and at 11, he was a lap down. He was involved in that crash of lap 8.
Well, you know, I used to think China was the biggest place we owed money to, but it's not. Pecans, yeah, they were buying out all the pecans until it drove the price up so high here we can't afford them. They're buying beef from us like crazy. It's making the beef prices here in the States just go sky high. They're buying up everything they can, but they've got so many people over there to feed that it isn't funny.
It's really going to come down to Jimmy Johnson saying, do I want Jeff Ford to win this race? Or do I want to pull out and try to pass it? But I think,
oh yeah, they'd survive without us.
From where you know what? You don't look
nope. Good evening.
You don't care how the car is driving. You don't care that you can't talk to another driver. Well, and I remember the guy in 3rd place saying last year, you know, he said, I run over my mom to win a race. So I'd be a little worried about that too. Well, that 7-car breakaway history. Kyle Busch in 1 lap has caught the lead pack, and Michael, they're all together again. I knew they were going to come together at the end. Look at Kurt Busch. He's my guy. I think he can win this darn race.
Nope, no JJ don't look like tonight.
To drive victory lane, just a little bit of trouble he had in the past, way behind him. Yeah, Michael, his owner, James Finch, said, bring me the trophy or bring me
Talked to one last night. Wasn't it last night? Yeah, last night was a teacher in Korea.
Mike, it's like Michael just foreshadowed exactly what Kurt.
Your closet, huh, Sarah? Well, hey, Sarah, if you've got JJ in your closet, do me a favor, make sure the door's locked and then throw the key away. Well, you'll be stuck with him because I guarantee you nobody will pay the ransom there, Sarah. Pothead, you're talking like a pothead, too. Boy, you're about as dumb as a box of rocks. I mean it. I'm not just saying it. Well, I'll tell you, there's a little conspiracy in there. I don't believe in all conspiracy and all, but they've always figured that old Lyndon Johnson might have had a little bit to do with Kennedy's death. And besides, see, John Kennedy's dad is the one that got him elected. And his dad was pretty well known for the mob scene. I mean, not all the way into it, but I mean, he was in there some way. Well, there was a lot of promises made and everything else. And when Kennedy got in as president, he reneged on all that stuff. He wouldn't go with that class of people. And they kind of think maybe that was behind some of that too. That's what I liked about Kennedy when he told Russia to get them damn ships and get them missiles out, and he let them know he meant it. They did it too. He wasn't playing around with them. Well, Lisa, everything they're saying there is it just, you know, they're stretching the truth so damn far it ain't funny. I'm not even paying attention to the chat now. I'm just letting them go ahead. Don't make no sense. But I lived through all that stuff. I know what the hell went on.
With the safety innovations that NASCAR has built in the center of the car 6 inches further than ever before, the roll cage is bigger. That really helped Jeff Ford in that situation.
Half of them in here has got the good guys being the bad guys and the bad guys being the good guys. And it's a comedy act.
There's oil on it. There is a lot of work going on here, but there are so few cars left in running condition. Johnson's opponent's side. Look at Kurt Busch's car, shed momentum and sheet metal everywhere. See another driver that we felt like had one of the fastest cars here tonight involved in that, Jamie McMurray in that one car. Yes, sir. Denny Hamlin snuck through another one. So did Montoya. It's a rough ride right there. Thank God for the ponds, device, the seats, the way you're bolted in these things today. He's able to to handle something like that and walk away.
Yeah, Sarah, go ahead.
Jeff was just really working hard on the back of that 18 car, trying to move him up the hill so he could get by.
I won't, dear. I won't leave you by him. I'll protect you.
And the type of updrafting you used to be able to do at Daytona, is problematic tonight. 4 big crashes. Feel so bad for Kurt Busch, second car of the weekend. There are the cars involved in the wreck, and we heard Richard Childress talking about what might lead up to something like this. Oh, damn deal, as long as they let them push in the corners, are going to wreck. It's going to cost everybody a ton of money. He owns 4 cars in the Daytona.
Through all the radio stuff, clear back in the 60s.
What you got to think about, Mike, is we used to be able to push all the way around this racetrack. NASCAR, the fans didn't like it. NASCAR didn't like it, so they changed it. Back in the day, 01, 03, along there.
Yeah, most of the ham radio they do now, they do it over the internet on a computer. When it's all said and done, when worse comes to worse, everything goes down, ham radio is still the only way that you can communicate.
Well, it took us a year and a half to perfect the 2-car tandem. Right. Okay, so we got that down. Now we're good to go. No, you're not. We're going to change the rules. We're going to change the package, and we're going to make it where you can't do that anymore. These guys are going through another learning process. Maybe, maybe by next Sunday.
License. They've lowered the standard now. You don't have to know Morse code and all that to get your license. What stopped me because I could never, no matter how hard I studied and tried, I couldn't get the Morse code down. The rest of it was a piece of cake, but that damn Morse code, I couldn't tell a D from a da.
Are you saying the wrecking may not be over? May not this year. From ground level. Sliding 800 feet on the driver's door. Up. Hendrick.com Chevrolet tomorrow to get that car qualified in the Daytona 500. A lot of energy down here, guys. Kurt Busch having a very competitive night, but ending up with to the front. Where you see your 2-car tandem right here. Going to victory circle. It's just some kind of crazy right there.
You bet, Nuke. I feed them every day.
And you hear those cheers in the background? In one of the biggest turnarounds that we've seen here at Daytona, Kyle Busch.
I didn't even hear about it. Got to go fix my doggy's medication.
And this afternoon, a very special fate. ABC's Once Upon a Time, all new Sunday at 8 on a car named Best Value by Kelly Blue Book. Lease a 2012 Civic or Accord with 0 due assigning. Yep, 0 down, 0 security deposit, 0 first month's payment, or 0.9% financing for 60 months. But her ends president. Time to see her.
Last in Chester, 61 to 35, and a quick note in golf. Round 3 of the Northern Trust Open is complete. Phil Mickelson is.
Oh, you mean like Bing Crosby and Dean Martin and all? Yeah, they were considered crooners. Yeah, Frank Sinatra wasn't considered so much a crooner. When he started out and the girls were swooning down there and passing out, and, oh God, about make you sick. Those are good ones there, Dolly. Bet. You betcha. See, early rock and roll, that was the good stuff. And what they were saying had a good beat to it, you bet. All right, God bless you there, Lisa. You have a good night. We catch you tomorrow, girl. You take care now. Stay warm. Lisa usually goes to bed earlier than this. Oh, reload it and it'll work, Dolly. Yep, Jerry Lee Lewis. Yep. he could make that old piano rock.
I'm either. All right, we're going to be looking at that. Now, we are tracking a system coming up early.
Yeah, he was even suspected of killing his wives, because 2 or 3 of his wives died, should we say, strangely.
Now look good for less. Mako's most popular paint surface is now half price, now only $2.49. Don't miss our half price paint sale. Visit winningsubaru.com. Welcome to World News tonight.
As far as I'm concerned, Elvis is still the king.
The ripple effect for the American fam tonight. We learn of thousands of new beware. Secret strain revealed unlocking the code behind a power going blind. The daughter who now reads her the lines from her script. And tonight, hope for the millions. From ABC for death. Outside the New Hope Baptist Church in Newark, New Jersey, with fans reaching out one last time, paying tribute as the person arrived. Inside the church, Houston was remembered by so many, including Dionne Warwick, her longtime mentor, Clive Davis. And for the first time since her death, we heard from one-time co-star Kevin Costner, who revealed a singer, a star who worried would she be good enough. Lindsay Davis is in Newark, New Jersey to see
his hometown for this occasion. But inside the church, that was reserved for a close circle of family and friends, including the likes of Stevie Wonder. Those expecting a funeral for Whitney Houston got a celebration instead. Everybody sing, yes, Jesus loves me. In music and with words, it was a tribute to Whitney Houston, the church girl.
Whitney Houston loved the Lord. Is there any performance of the Star Spangled? What I'm going to miss is that I loved her very much. Whitney was purely and simply.
Yeah, that's why General Electric moved a great big huge factory from the United States down to Brazil, because they didn't have to pay the wages down there that they did up here.
An army of angels, your heavenly Father. When you sing before him, don't you?
That's scheduled to take place and is set to be laid to rest next to her dad. David.
her closest friends and family all there today, as her family had hoped. Lindsay, thanks so much. We move on this evening and to the weather now. Breaking news, severe storms bearing down across the south. 2 reports of tornadoes just coming in as we came on the air. And dangerous flooding and wind now on the way. So let's bring in meteorologist Ginger Z, who's tracking it all here for us tonight. Ginger, where's the system right now?
Well, it's been an ugly system that we've been watching for days and really started early this morning. It is now just east of Mobile in the Panhandle. We're seeing all the storm reports, 60-plus mile-per-hour winds, trees.
We'll take all the money you got, Dolly.
More than $4 a gallon here. These are the highest prices we have ever.
$4.19 for gas and regular gas in California. Yippee. Well, in Los Angeles up there, it's over $4 right now. They're just showing it on the news there, the price of gas in Los Angeles. Sarah's got, what'd you do? Get out? Sarah had you locked in the closet. Hey, Sarah had you locked in the closet, she said. She had you ransomed. Don't worry about it. He's the only person that's allowed to use caps, so just knock it off. Nope, she's done putting the ground, so we don't worry about her. No, I didn't. My next door neighbor did. One that called the police. I'm sick and tired of Whitney. Oh, they got a bunch of bums out there living in a vacant house. You know, they just moved into it. And they had to hear they had to shut the electricity and the water and the gas off. Finally had to call the cops because they were threatening people that lived around them. And squatters, hey, Ken, when he was out there listening, he said them damn squatters even asked the police. They said, hey, they went and turned the lights and the water and the gas off on us. Is there any way that we can get that turned back on? See that?
We turn overseas tonight where gunfire and screams filled the capital of Syria today as heavily armed troops opened fire on mourners.
Nope. They didn't.
Brutal assault on civilians by the government of Bashar Assad.
It don't do no good to call the cops. If you're a criminal, you got it made. If you're a law-abiding citizen, look out, because they'll flat-ass arrest you. And I'm not just saying that. That's the way it's been happening here. We had one guy in the park here, believe it or not. He was a felon on parole and even had a warrant out for him. They picked him up. He had a gun on him. 2 hours later, he's back here. They turned him back loose. No, they just might start shooting back at you, Skippy. There's people that don't own stuff and they just move into it there, Dully, and claim it. That's called squatters.
Thank you. And tonight in this country, health authorities are locked into fear they discovered about how the virus mutates.
Dully, is somebody without a job. They live on the streets, sleep under bridges and stuff like that. They do that all over, Dully. These must be different down there where you're at, Skippy, than they are up here. Call RoboCop. When you call him, keep him down there. Well, they may return sometime when you don't know they're there, and then you'll be in trouble when they get done with you, too. Well, up here what they do is they call it a drive-by shooting, and when they get mad at somebody like you, they drive by, slow down, and they just open up with all kinds of bullets. And somebody in the house usually dies.
Dame Judi Dench. She's acted in more than 100 movies, played 2 queens and once. But these days, the 77-year-old Oscar winner can't see the face of the actor in front of her. Dame-related macular degeneration
Sarah.
is the most common cause of vision loss in America.
In other words, you're going to stick your head up to a window with bullets flying around and try to shoot at them, huh?
In time, your vision goes from this.
Oh, really? Well, did you know that a 30-06 round, military round, will penetrate 12 inches of concrete? I'm sure that walls in your house, I could stand out in the street with a 30-06 and go all the way through the house and out the back end of it. Oh, okay. Damn. I'm going to drive down to Oakland and San Francisco and tell them down there, some of them, they're not supposed to be using the guns they're using. That wouldn't make any difference. If they drive by and shoot at you, if you got their plate numbers from the time before, that doesn't mean those plates belong to them. See, it wouldn't do you any good. You'd have to have the plate. You just couldn't say, hey, I took their plate number down before. That's the same people that came before. How do they know? JJ, that reminds me, where in the heck's our what would you call him? Our frequent caller at tonight. Here last night, he wasn't here tonight. You and me both. Just surprised me that wasn't here last night, he wasn't here tonight. But you know what? He's been coming in less, and I think that total ignoring him, just banning him, but never saying nothing is working. What I mean, you know, there's no fun in it. They can't make you mad and make you say things a lot of times, you know, they just give up. There, Dully, they coming out with a new one, huh? Dully, you're always having to update them Macs. I'm glad I don't have a Mac. You will, probably. Reminds me, U.S. wasn't around tonight. I wonder where he was at. Nothing for me tonight. I guess not. It's gone. JJ, what'd you do? Did you chase Cabina away? Chased her away again. Strong Giant, good evening. How's you doing? More Vaughn. Keep telling you that, JJ. No more Vaughn. I got an eye heater. Did you see on TV? It's called As Seen on TV, you know. Hey. Didn't have to go out and change them. I just hooked two of them up. One went out. Well, again, and then I'd go disconnect that one and go get it refilled when I had a chance. It just got too spendy and too much money. Hey, they don't have no electricity, JJ. I'm going to send them a trained chipmunk so it can run in the cage and produce electricity for them. Oh, not from my trailer. I want to know if you're a student, if you go to school over there, Sarah. Oh, no, JJ. Yeah, you got to get an eviction notice and everything else, and them damn things anymore. They run you $1,000, $2,000 just to go through all the paperwork to evict somebody. They're just squatters. They're not the original tenants. It's still trespassing. They're not paying rent. They're not supposed to be in there. They weren't given permission by the the owner of the trailer. Yeah, bunch of druggies is what they are. I mean, you know what goes on in them drug places. The cops don't do nothing here. Tickled the last trailers that was in that spot over there that owned the trailers abandoned them, moved away, and squatters moved in, you know, and go over the place and trashed it. I mean, just literally trashed it. Made Ken mad, so he went over there in the mattress they were sleeping on. He broke a whole bunch of bottles and poured them all over the mattress. They left. Broke them bottles on her, and he said he walked all over them. You know, it kind of ground them in. Tore the place down. About 2 months later, I'd tear the whole thing down, and had two of them to tear down there. Glass works a lot better. Glass gets into the mattress, you know, and you try to lay down on it, it's going to cut you all to pieces. Walls and some of the servicemen told us these kind of events make them feel the community's appreciation. Just thank you. Members of the Reading Veterans Afford. I remember they always used to tell the girls, don't eat a lot of vegetables the day that you got a date, because you don't want to accumulate a lot of gas. Go to church, but I do it on the TV for an hour every day. The tattoo got to do whether you're religious or not religious. What that there is, I got it when I was a kid, when I went into the service, and that's my late wife's name in there. Dude, better make sure it says it in the Bible. So much of the stuff the church has preached now is man-made laws. They're not God's given laws. So, goodness for that, JJ, because I don't do it. I'm not like you. I don't lick the wall all the time. Oh, JJ's been trying to get me to lick the wall for over a year. Could have happened. At least it gives you something to do. Yeah, there you go, sir. It keeps him off the streets. Delivered by an armored car, $1 million worth of gold. Now, I wouldn't say I would, but I might consider to lick the curtain. But I'd have to give it a lot of thought. Poured the electric bill from it. I got rid of it. I don't even have heat at night. I turn the heat off when I go to bed. When I was a kid back there in Iowa, whether you believe it or not, it was so damn cold back there in our bedrooms that when you woke up in the morning, it'd be snow white on your covers all the way down like this, where you'd lay there and breathe at night and it'd freeze right on top. My heat was one of those eye heaters that as seen on TV. I don't know if they advertise them over there, but it's a heater, electric heater, but I don't know. the way it's made and everything, it don't use much electricity. Not a lot of heat though. What I like about it, the cabinet around it is ice cold. It never even gets warm. And I can put it right up against my leg where it's this far from me and it won't burn me, and yet it heats this place. Let's see, it's 71 degrees in here right now. Temperature outside, 49. Apparently wasn't listening a while ago, Skippy. Cabana's not here right now. It's supposed to get up 62 tomorrow and be down to 37 tonight, huh? Okay. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 70, 73, and 73. Friday, 69. No. No, I have to laugh at it. The end of the world will be here. Count them. The world will end when it's going to end, but nobody knows when it'll be.
The Big Carl combo with fries and a Coke now just $5. Only at Carl's Jr.
Some of them are really doing some weird things there, JJ. Yeah. Talk about something that's really kind of cute and neat. They don't look at the stuff that's posted for the simple reason I gotta leave the room. Can't see what anybody's talking about or anything else. So down here where I'm at, the coyotes, I used to hear them howling. I haven't heard any coyotes in a while, but I've seen bobcats. We got a lot of wild turkeys right out here. Had a few mountain lions. They come down. Deer, they got deer around, and then I have possums and raccoons that come in the yard out here and all. I went out there and chased a darn raccoon out one night. He was trying to get my fish. I'm better than you, Jay. That wild animals get my fish, I go out and chase them off.
It's not my bedroom. It's my headquarters.
The Cedar Tree restaurant in Palisades offers more than just breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The Cedar Tree has a private room.
I'll tell you what, you don't want one of them to bite you. Them suckers can really bite.
The Cedar Tree, a cozy atmosphere, friendly service, and down short drive away.
You're having a popcorn ball. Huh.
Only exceptional cars make car and drivers 10 best.
You know what, JJ? You give me an idea. I'm going to get up and fix me some popcorn. Yep. You only get, okay, you had two. Boy, you're making them last longer than I thought you would.
You lie.